From the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in Cambridge, this is MIT Link News. I'm Eric Norman. I'm joined by Luca Giancardo, a Catalyst Fellow from 2013 to 2016, and a member of the Project neuroQWERTY team. Hi, Luca.
Hi, Eric.
And I'm also joined by Álvaro Sánchez Ferro, a neurologist by training who was a Catalyst Fellow also from 2013 through 2016, and who is now an EU Co-Fund Fellow at HMCINAC in Spain. Hi, Álvaro.
Hi, hello.
Project neuroQWERTY was launched in the Madrid MIT mVision Consortium and continues today in MIT Link. The team has recently published new research findings in scientific reports. Luca, what is Project neuroQWERTY all about?
So Project neuroQWERTY is all about finding a passive measurements that uses the way you use your digital devices. It can be your mobile phones, your personal laptops, and from that, we want to see motor degeneration, so early stages of Parkinson's or other types of neurological disease.
And how does this help us understand Parkinson's disease and similar conditions today? How is this new to the way we treat and understand these diseases?
So right now, clinicians don't have a real quantitative metrics to measure the Parkinson's symptoms or neurodegenerative disease in general. So what we are trying to do is create a new way to help them understand if patients get better or worse. This is what we are at now. In the future, we would like to get the very, very early stages of Parkinson's disease, so that to allow new type of drugs to be deployed, we will eventually be able to stop the disease.
So this is something that will help clinicians see the onset of disease earlier than they can see it in the clinic today?
This is our vision for the future, and this is our first baby step towards that vision.
So I think that neuroQWERTY is a software that our ultimate vision is to use it for like early detection of Parkinson's disease. We want to be able to detect subtle motor changes that happen many years before you are actually diagnosed. That is our ultimate goal. In the meantime, we are also, as this tool is an objective tool to evaluate your motor function, we are planning to use this as well to test the efficacy of drugs in drug trials. So we can evaluate how a person responds to a drug and speed up the development of drugs for Parkinson's disease, for Parkinson's patients, and also, as I said at the beginning, to use these drugs in people that are at risk, detect them, treat them, and eventually stop the course of the disease.
Your technology involves passive monitoring of people in their everyday use of devices like their cell phones or their laptops. How does this technology work?
So this technology works by monitoring the way they press and depress the surface of a keyboard in this case, but it could be a screen or any other type of way that employs finger and a device. And it works by measuring the timing of pressing and depressing such surface. We then use various type of machine learning algorithm to find patterns, and we use these patterns to distinguish Parkinson's versus controls. And this is the way essentially our technology works. The part that excites me the most is the fact that we do not ask the people to do a test, an active test, but rather we look how they write their emails, how they interact with Facebook, and at the same time we take good care of their privacy. So we do not look at which letters they type, but just at the timing. So we think that we have found a way of measuring motor skills that are not related to skills of using the device itself.
Project neuroQWERTY has recently reached an important milestone. Tell us about that.
We were able to distinguish a group of early Parkinson's disease from a group of healthy controls. And that's an important first step to show that we will be able to get Parkinson's as early as possible with our technology.
And where do you expect to go from here?
With that, we will try to go earlier than the actual clinical diagnosis itself, because our first test got a group that was actually diagnosed from clinicians. So what we want to do is getting people that are at risk for Parkinson's and see if we can distinguish them from healthy controls.
And I think that I can echo what Luca said, that our plan is to further validate the software. We would like to test this in wider populations, in larger samples of people that have the disease. We would like to eventually test also if we can detect people that are at risk of developing Parkinson's, and see if we can detect the motor deterioration that they have. Also, we are planning to try to include our tool in drug trials, as we said, to see if we can speed up detecting a positive effect of the drug, and then help clinical trials and drug companies translate these products to the patients.
Project neuroQWERTY obviously involves a lot of different perspectives to reach this level of success that you've gotten to today: computer science, new technologies, and obviously a clinical perspective. How did you get here?
The team is the most important part of our project. And without having the clinical perspective of, for example, Álvaro Sánchez Ferro, as well as in the engineer knowledge of Ian Butterworth and Carlos Sanchez Mendoza, not to mention new students that got in and got excited about the project and are moving forward, like Teresa, we would definitely not be here. So I believe that these, plus the knowledge of the mentorship of the Catalyst project and a linQ Catalyst program, I should say, we would not be here, and we got to some results that are pretty unique for the time, because usually university project takes multiple years to get from ground zero to tangible results, while us in a few years we managed to get to tangible results.
So in addition to those particular team members, what other institutions were involved in the project?
There were multiple hospitals in Spain that allowed us to actually run the clinical aspect of the project, and the main one that is actually involved is HM SINAC, where the PI of the project, Jose Obeso, together with Martha Gray, got support from the Michael J. Fox Foundations, and these had allowed to push the project forward. And I would like also to mention all the clinical collaborators that actually visited the patient, and the other people involved. This is, as you can imagine, a very complex experiment to run, because being able to find people with the early stage of Parkinson's is a big challenge. So a lot of people and a lot of institutions needs to be involved. And in this particular case, the ecosystem in Spain was very useful, because people sort of have a really good network, and essentially also they are very, very friendly. So they helped us a lot in reaching this goal. So I'd like to thank you, everybody that made this possible.
Since finishing the Catalyst Fellowship this spring, you became an assistant professor at the School of Biomedical Informatics at the University of Texas Health Science Center in Houston. Luca, what will you be doing there in Texas?
So thank you for the question. I will be developing computational biomarkers based on various types of signals, and for signals I mean images or signals such as things that you can find from your mobile phones, or even genetic signals.
And Álvaro, since completing the Catalyst Fellowship, what are you working on?
Yeah, I'm working on also like expanding our approach and applying our software also in other like scientific studies to evaluate motor function. Do a quantitative evaluation of motor function, and we are planning to use also other tools to do a kinematic evaluation of people affected by Parkinson's disease, and see how well this correlates also with the brain impairment. And this will give us insight into the mechanisms of the disease and how the disease starts and progresses.
That was Catalyst Fellows Luca Giancardo and Álvaro Sánchez Ferro with an update on Project neuroQWERTY. I'm Eric Norman, and this has been MIT linQ News.